And in Fort Collins, Jay Norvell and the Colorado State Rams are looking to level up. After winning just 3 games in his first season at the helm, Norvell has turned over the roster and says this year's squad is battle-tested, ready for success. I sat down with Coach this week to find out why Rams fans should expect success this fall.
We went out and recruited 49 new players, 12 new offensive linemen, and we're a completely different team. We're a full inch taller at every position. We're longer, leaner, faster, and more experienced. And so I think all of that improvement's going to show into a big improvement with our team.
So everybody's an inch taller. Are you wearing heel lifts? I mean, what's going on there?
I'm an inch taller with my hard shoes on. But, you know, it's interesting. Last year, I shook the hands of a lot of our linemen, and I was looking down on them. Now all of our linemen are up here. And so 12 new guys. We got a lot of new players. What training camp's about is getting all those kids together and building the chemistry. You know, every team in college football is looking for talent, experience, and chemistry. And we're working hard on those last 2 pieces.
I feel like if there's a 4th piece, it's culture.
Yep.
And establishing that, of course, always takes work. But when you look at what defines a Colorado State Ram, who can play for you?
We're a blue-collar team. You know, I wear a blue-collar shirt at practice. That's our history at Colorado State. You know, we kind of want a gritty bunch of guys with not a lot of drama. And that's the way we like it.
Well, I know everyone's really excited to see what's going to happen in year 2, and a big focus of that is Clay Millen. I mean, he was great as a freshman, his efficiency, his passer rating, all of that. But where has he grown now?
I think he's more comfortable. You know, he had a lot of anxiety as a young player, a lot of things churning inside him on game day. But his season was very similar to Carson Strong's first season when we had Carson at Nevada. You know, he kind of took his lumps. He got hurt for a couple games. And just having to have to sit back and watch and not play, I think it really helped him mature.
You know, I wish we could run through everyone, but TV doesn't afford us that time. But let's talk about Torrey Horton, a guy whose clearly projection is the NFL.
Yep.
Does he take pressure into this season? What's it like for him knowing that that's where he wants to go this?
Well, we had a real sobering meeting. We graded every player in our 2 deep, and we put it up on the screen in front of them. And we graded Torrey as an all-conference player last year. But the goal is for every player to elevate. And so the next step for him is to be a draft pick. We expect him to take the next step.
When we look at expectations, I mean, we look at you, right? I believe you won three games your first year in Nevada, right? And then next year, bowl game, was it 8 or so?
Yep.
So what gives you the confidence that perhaps you could do something similar here?
Well, I think we're following the same blueprint. You know, we brought in new players. You know, I think we have more talent on defense than we had at Nevada. I love our skill players on offense. We were young. We were kind of like the young kids on the playground last year. We kind of had to take our medicine. But I think we're better now.
The Mountain West has kind of come into sharp focus in recent weeks with what's going on with the Pac-12. How important is it for you to have a successful campaign? You open with a couple Pac-12 opponents to kind of put that resume forward for whatever might happen in the next year or coming years?
Well, the reason we came to Colorado State is because all the great work they've done with the fabulous campus, tremendous facilities, great community. We feel like we're in a great place. We just want to build this football team into a championship team, and I think the future's bright for CSU. I think this expansion will work its way out, and I think we're in a great position.
We can't leave without talking about the Rocky Mountain Showdown. We've seen so many iterations. It was played in the stadiums. It was played down at the Broncos Stadium. Now it's back up at school campuses, which I think is fun. But how are the kids feeling about that, especially the Colorado kids, about that game? We love an in-state rivalry.
There's no doubt. You know, we got kids like Jack Howell and Henry Blackburn and Grady Kelly. All these kids are passionate in-state players, and that game means a lot to them. I think it's awesome for our fans in the state of Colorado, all the attention coming to our state, and that we have good football teams here. And football is important, but that game's important to the people of the state.
As you look at this season coming up for you, what will define a successful season?
You know, we want to win. You know, it's just that simple. We want to win, and we want to answer the challenge. And it's tough. You know, we play a tough game. It's a tough schedule, and you got to be calloused, you know, as a player and a coach, to be able to answer the challenge every week. But we've worked very hard to do that. We brought in a lot of good players to help us do that, and I'm excited to see them all come together.